Hey folks, this is Nick Hawks with Paleo Treats talking about some more insulated shipping, perishable shipping stuff. Today I've got something pretty exciting. We've got a little piece on vacuum insulated panels. These got sent out to us to test. They're super rad. So a vacuum insulated panel is a panel just like this. There's 6 parts. You can see all 6 of them here. Top and a bottom and 4 sides. And they perform so much better than standard insulation, like this soft stuff back here, that it's not even funny. So this, as you know if you've seen some of the other videos, lasts about 2 days, keeping stuff chilly enough for chocolate not to melt. We've been doing testing with this. We just had it in transit for 7 days. It actually got delayed in transit, shipped from Georgia to San Diego, and when it got here, it was still 54 degrees. So that was with normal payload, ice packs, and product. Stuff is amazing. What is the downside? Why wouldn't people want to use that? Number one, it's a little bit delicate. It won't take as much beating as the soft insulation. So you can see in this one that the corner has been kind of busted up a little bit. And the reason that's a problem is that as soon as these crack, they're no good. So you go from pretty much the best insulation available to almost the worst insulation. So far, these haven't cracked. I've been sent a bunch of sets. We're sending them back and forth and getting a couple runs out of them. I will know kind of how many runs we'll get in total, probably within the next month or so. But so far they're doing pretty good. They are getting a little bit dinged up, and like I said, when they crack, they're no good. When they work, they're amazing. The second part is it's pretty difficult compared to soft insulation to build a box. With the soft insulation, I think they promote that it's like 15 or 12 seconds to build a box. It is definitely not 12 seconds with these. It's a really tight fit, which is part of what makes them work so well. But it's not the easiest thing in the world to get them in there, and you're not going to be making these and kind of breaking down boxes. So there it is in the box. You can see as I push it down in there, there's a tight fit. There's a top and a bottom and 4 sides. I'll put those in just so you can see it. It's not the most exciting thing watching a person build a box, but just so you get an idea of kind of what needs to happen is you're seeing that, like, I'm generally not a very careful dude. I'm having to be pretty careful with these just to make sure everything fits and it works well. I'm working about as fast as I can, maybe a little bit slower. But you should take away that this is not the easiest box in the world to build. Now, once it's built, you can kind of use it a couple times. You see it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. And I'll bet someone who's built 1,000 of these instead of 20 or 30 like me could do a little bit better job. All right, there we go. So that is the bottom and the 4 sides in there. You can see how they fit together. And you saw it was a pretty tight fit. And then there's the top. Now with the top on this one, just because these are tests, we put some tabs on them. We made them out of packing tape, no big deal. When you order them, they're going to come with the tabs on them as an option, and we just put like, hey, pull tabs to remove lid on top, so that whoever gets it at the end isn't fiddling with trying to rip it apart and break it. Because that brings us to a second kind of downside of these is they're not cheap. That kit costs anywhere from, depending on the volume you're going to buy them at, $30 at the low end, and that's if you're buying, say, 1,000 sets or more, to $50, maybe even $60 at the high end if you're just buying 1 or 2. So compared to this stuff right here, the soft stuff, this is a Kodiak cooler. Let's say these are anywhere volume-wise from $2 to $6 per set. So we're looking at basically an order of magnitude larger cost-wise for this really high-end stuff. Why would you spend the extra money? One, it performs better. So if you need stuff to stay absolutely frozen, or if you need to stay cool for a long time, it's going to work way better than anything else. 2, you can reuse it. Normally with VIPs, with vacuum insulated panels, you can't reuse them. They're pretty delicate. This is a pretty new product, a new outside surface that's supposed to be really tough. So far I've gotten 2 round trips out of this, and it's still in good condition, so I'm thinking I could probably get 4 or 5. So the way that we're going to run it at Paleo Treats is we'll offer it as a green shipping option, because we're not throwing this stuff away at the end. We're not even composting it. We're just reusing it, reusing it, reusing it. And we'll include a shipping label to send it back to us. However you guys do it, in whatever application you're using, I'm recommending that you use it more than once, but you don't have to. So we'll have it shipped back to us. We'll clean it, sterilize it, break it down, pull it apart, and then use it again. And because it's the difference between, for us, 2-day shipping is anywhere from, depending where it's going, say $20 to $60 going to Florida 2-day, versus ground shipping for that same thing will be probably 15, maybe 18 instead of 60. So we're looking again like more than a halving of cost, so a third of the cost for shipping. So If you can use these more than once and you've got a customer base that kind of understands and gets on board and wants to do the whole green shipping thing with you, these might be a really good option for you, especially if you're looking for that really high performance for product. I've done a couple tests on these. I'm going to do one more today. It's Friday. I'll put these over the weekend, and I'll put them up actually, because I've already put them up against these, and we know that these things last 2 days and these things last a while. I'm going to use our little Paleo Treats cooler. This is what we use for deliveries. You know, standard kind of igloo style cooler. And I just want to show you how much better this thing is going to perform than an igloo. And hopefully I'm not wrong, but I don't think I am, because I've seen stuff melt that pretty quick. And this stuff won't. So I'll put whatever, a couple pounds of dry ice, a couple gel packs, we'll just see how it does. If you have any questions about where to get this stuff, or you have more questions that I didn't answer in the video, hit me up and we'll get you taken care of. Again, Nick Hawks with Paleo Treats, doing perishable shipping and just trying to help you as much as we can, because we've been through all this stuff before with perishable shipping, and we know it can be confusing and a pain in the butt. This is a super cool, pretty new option on the market. All right, talk to you later. Ciao, ciao.